Story time, brought to you by Yerba Mate for overweight diabetics like me who don't drink coffee, but now I'm going to get a big shot of caffeine in the morning so I'm not hungry. Marlin P. Jones and Associates. I really liked some of the stuff. It's better to just go online and look. Sometimes you can find deals. I really liked this item for a while until I could find the Microsoft Xbox 360 power bricks, which do I think 16 amps at 12 volts, and I was getting them for only like $3 to $5. And then you just parallel a bunch together, and presto, you got a home power supply, or you can do a jump start or whatever. You can do all kinds of things with them. So just wanted to go through this again. This is right there, mpja.com, Marlin P. Jones and Associates. Now, not everything is great. So sometimes outfits like this, like for example, MCM started doing this, and like Parts Express, the same thing. Parts Express started out with getting rid of surplus. They specialized in audio stuff. These guys specialize in electronics. Sometimes you can find a good deal, sometimes you don't. You got to always shop, but it's always interesting. Now, what happens is sometimes if they're successful, they start importing their own stuff under their own brand. Like I think MCM was bringing stuff in under the Tenma brand, Tenma, and they used to carry a simple. It was not it didn't look cheap like the Harbor Freight digital voltmeter. It actually looked pretty good, and I was getting those for $9, and I bought like 20 of them. And I only have one left because everybody was stealing them. But Patrick, why don't you buy a good fluke? Well, because people steal that and take it back to the pawn shop where I bought it for $50. So, all kinds of Arduino little kit stuff. Time delay module, that looks cool. Color detector, wireless transceiver, all kinds of cool stuff. And of course the chemicals. I forget what the chemical one was for MCM, all kinds of power supplies, cool. And then I like the surplus ones. So I still have some 5 amp ones that are really good. I think I have one that's 5 amp, 5 volt, 30 amp. Like, what the fuck can I do that? Well, and then I got a Raspberry Pi board, and I'm like, what do you know? This thing needs a lot of current. So and then they have the little wall warts and stuff like that. Sometimes you can find a good deal, sometimes you don't. I noticed that Parts Express doesn't carry stuff like this so much anymore. So, and again, this is an old catalog, so this may not be relative, but I wanted to just show it with you and spend some time with you guys. Rechargeable batteries. Probably sealed lead acid. Pricing looks good. Also, beware, some of these places charge a lot. There was another online clearinghouse that I really liked called BG Micro. Sometimes you can find really cool stuff like that. You guys can Google that yourself. $7 soldering irons. I like these, the tweezers. Hot tweezer adapter for $12. Mini solder station. See, now those, fuck, for my Solomon, that's what I pay for the tips. So, but I figured out that I have to buy like 10 tips at a time, replacement wands or whatever you want to call it, in order to get the price that I used to get, which was like, I think $9 each or something like that. Just general electronics bullshit stuff that they buy, and it doesn't go bad. Like this relay will be good forever, and it's 24 volt trigger. There's your 12 volt trigger version. See, 99 cents. But a lot of this catalog actually was out before Amazon became the place to go to really price compare. And oh, look at that, speaker binding posts. Even the spring ones, $5 a pair. Not bad. 8 gauge, 5/32. So 4 millimeter. Let's see, other cool audio stuff. Not quite the Phoenix plugs. And then it had the header pin and the plugs. It's for, what was it? Epicenter, audio control stuff, Phoenix Gold, Orion, all that kind of stuff. They're just ugly green. I have the black ones or the gray ones, if anybody's interested. And I have the weirdo ones too. Like, oh yeah, these are really good. Look at that. Look at those prices. I find these great for. Oh, I wanted to show you about. I wanted to do a video about head units. So maybe I'll do about head units. I got to do some shipping real quick, so I can get a head this time. I always run out of. I've been having my cutoff is earlier now. It's like 6 o'clock, and so I got to get out of here by 6 o'clock to get up there, and it's less pressure on the driver, but it's more pressure on me. Can't get stepper motors. You guys can do all kinds of stuff. Your own CNC, even though some of the kits are pretty affordable now, and especially if you can do like payments on them. You know, like buy a good one, like a 24-inch one. Probably pay like, I think for a decent one, there's probably about $1,000 now. So if you can do like, you know, 4 easy payments, like put $250 down and then make 3 other payments, so that's pretty decent. And then again, a lot of this stuff you can find on Amazon. So always do your analog one. That's cool. Always do your homework. Some of these places too have a minimum. And then like on Parts Express will have like $100 minimum to get you free shipping. So basically if you're not ordering $100 worth of shit, you're not really doing shit. So always find something that you can resell or that you can use, so that way you can fill that order. So, because once you hit over that hump, dude, you just start making money. It's fucking great. Look at those mini lamps. I like those. I think I used to order these for the old Orion. I got some of the faceplates. PRQ. Yeah, I think that's what they are or were. Look at that, 12 volt LED lamps. Cool. I'm sure there's other stuff that's better priced. 12 LED. Ooh, 72 lumen. That's a big one. Those are fun. Be good for like grow lights. You could put a whole bunch of those inside of like an old hood that you got for, you know, like a big can light or something. I have these big. They were for, I think, for halogen. No, they were high pressure sodium for like a warehouse. And the bulbs, I think I sold off to some grower dude, even though they're not flower bulbs. They're the regular veggie bulbs. And then I kept the hoods, and then the hoods we can use for putting LEDs in. So I only use LEDs now to grow my tomatoes. So even though it's legal here, you still don't want to, because I know the fucking city and some certain cops watch my channel. I don't care. I don't do anything wrong. But you guys are dicks. Sometimes you guys cause me problems. Stud rectifier, look at that fucker. 40 amp. I always get a bunch of these. I don't know where they're at, but I collect them sometimes. I'll do stuff like that because sometimes I want to make a power supply at home. If I have a bunch of caps and transformers, which I do. There's the 72 module again. $3. Bunch of different color LEDs. 10 watt LEDs. 10 watt fucking LEDs. Wow, that's a lot. Red, green, blue. Good big one. Star ones. Again, this is an old catalog. A lot of the stuff may not even be available anymore. Look at that. You do your own. You can do your own DB drag, like fucking Wayne. What was his name? Wayne. I forgot Wayne's name. Anyways, he does DB drag. So, anyways, that's my old address. Robot Underground. VGA chip cooler. That's cool. Only $4. I'm sure you can use that for all kinds of stuff. Maybe like those little amps that you get from AliExpress. You put that one on top, especially when they just come with a little, you know, just the chip is bare, has no heatsink on it or anything like that. The little 2x15. I used to get a lot of those. I actually put a bunch of them in it was a rack mount case, and I think the guy had, it was like 12 channels. It was for distribution through his house. And I was like, dude, I was like, you only need about 15 watts per speaker. And he's like, no. I was like, yeah. And the amp that he was going to get was like $2,000. And I was like, tell you what, bet I can do it for $300. He's like, no way. And I did. It's fucking, and I made a nice big profit on it. So a lot of those guys went broke during the pandemic, though. Anyways, story time. I love you guys. I got some other stuff for tomorrow that we can do. I was going through cleaning my stuff out, and I was like, I can do more story times. I love you guys. Bye.